bienvenue à l'émission internationale Vue sur le jazz. Je m'appelle Colette Schreiber, Coco pour les intimes. Pour moi, ça jazz du côté Montréal-Québec.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Christine Marion, Kiki pour les intimes. Et pour moi, ça swing terrible dans la belle ville d'Annecy et dans toute la...
Hello, good day everyone. Bonjour, Marie-Jo.
Bonjour, bonjour.
How are you?
I'm fabulous. I'm with you two. How could I not be? There's no place in the world I'd rather be.
Welcome to Vue sur le Jazz International. Yes, and obviously you are one of the Jazz International lady that we need to talk to.
We need to talk to. Coco, when I talk to you about Marie-Jo,
yes,
I say what?
You think highly, very highly of Marie-Jo, and Marie-Jo did a lot for the jazz, so that made me very happy.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, you're everywhere.
Yes,
from the states to international.
Yes,
well, I hope so, and hopefully we'll be more international, right? When this Omicron settles down, we can get back to planning the conference in France. And
yes, what got you started in jazz?
What got me started in jazz?
Yeah,
well, I was the youngest of 7. My big brother played jazz trumpet. My sister sang, but I was in a very little town, and so I always loved jazz. I loved to listen to it and to play. And when I became a young teacher, I found that jazz was the way to recruit and retain students in the program. They love jazz. They love jazz. And sometimes I stretch, we do a little bit more than jazz. We'll do something pop in a jazz arrangement to win them over,
Yes.
Something funky to it, because you do whatever it takes to win them over. And then once you win them over, you can.
They're hooked.
They're hooked.
But many years ago, surely it was very difficult to be the director of a big band as a trumpet player as a woman.
Well, yes, being a woman in this field is always a challenge. On trumpet, yes. Even as a high school band director, competitively, I would go many times with my bands, and I would be the only woman all day long, and then they would ask me to come do their festivals and clinic or critique because they needed more women. And then I did that for years, and the women, it still hasn't grown enough. We are not encouraging our young women enough. And so with Jen, we have several initiatives. We have a Sisters in Jazz program for collegiate that we encourage. We have a meet and greet that we all join together and we all play instruments and have a jam session at Jen. We're offering a women's scholarship. I started that the first year I started Jazz Education Network with Lou, and that's still going, and they've named it in honor of me. Very nice of them. But we still need to do more. Women in jazz in New York City, Roxy Cost is on our board. We need to encourage young women to not only play jazz, but to play instruments of jazz. Because I think sometimes it goes way back to when the girl is young and 10 or 11 years old, and way back when they give you a flute or a clarinet, and they give the boys the brass instruments and the drums, And so we have to still work against that whole image,
Yes. Yes. Often women in jazz, they say, they think as soon as I mention that I'm a musician and I'm in jazz, they go, you're a singer.
Yes, I get that all the time.
They're labeled as singers, yes, and that's like so not it.
Exactly. That is so true.
So you are a musician yourself. You're a trumpetist.
Well, I do not play anymore. I was a trumpet major in college, and I do not play. And you have to keep those muscles up, and the chops have to be in shape. So you know, I actually do some directing and singing, but when people say now, what do you do? I say, I make things happen. I try to make things happen. That's what I do.
Mary Jo, are you a personal coach for some singers or musician?
I'm singing in an ecumenical group, and for Christmas, and I sing with them because they're wonderful people, and then I direct. So I don't want to have my own group. It's too much work and organization, and I'm still so busy with so many other things. So I sing with them because they're wonderful people, and we're doing some pentatonics things, you know, and arrangements. And so, and the singing, you always have your instrument, right? And you can sing in late life and not have to do long tones on the trumpet, you know.
You was a teacher during 37 years. Wow, wow. Can you tell us about most important part of it, of your musician, the big parts?
What do you mean? Tell me more.
You have how can I say that, in all your career as a musician, if you have to divide, you know, in a different part, your life as a musician.
Well,
the highlights.
My life really has been as a teacher. So I've made my mark in education. And I started in a little rural town, you know.
Excuse me. And music, big time. Your sister.
Super daughter, sister.
So, but I started rural and then a little more city, and then I became a teacher in an urban school district, much bigger, and you know, and then I became district coordinator, so I hired the music and art teachers and started an all-star jazz band because I saw the high schools, the caliber high players not being able to play with other high caliber players. So I started the Jazz All-Stars. Joanne, will you get me the CDs over there? And then I went ahead and we got pretty good. And so we played at the Montreux Jazz Festival, the Umbria Jazz Festival, North Sea, and just give me all of them. And oh, here's your thing. Grab the other.
She's known all over.
Up there. Okay, it's enough. So this was like one of the first ones, you know.
Oui.
Okay.
There. Thank you. I have all this stuff here. And then this, here I am directing.
Okay.
But then I was here for a long time in Peoria, Illinois, in the center part of the state, right? Here's Chicago, here's St. Louis, and Peoria's in the center, in the heartland. And then I got an offer to go up to the northern suburbs, which was very affluent communities. So I have done from the wide gamut, from the no money to quite a bit of money. And you know what? Kids have problems wherever they are. Each school district has another set of problems to deal with and good things to deal with. And there are good people and deserving students that need our attention everywhere we go. And I'm now helping out. I moved back to Peoria for family, and I am helping out Bradley University here. And so I can't imagine my life without music, and I can't imagine, the students need the spiritual and cultural enrichment that music gives them. And of course, in jazz, we also offer creativity to them. We offer that they can expand their creativity, which is more needed in the workplace. No matter what you do, your profession, creativity is needed in the workplace more than ever today. You know, I bet the people coming up with these vaccines, I bet they're music students. when they were growing up, you know?
Yes. I understand what you're saying, yeah.
And Mary Jo, your Jazz All-Star students, was performing twice in Montreux, twice, and in Switzerland, and the Northeast Jazz Festival in Amsterdam, and ooh la la, you know.
And you know, some of them have gone on. Oh my gosh, yeah. Greg Ward has gone on to. He's at Indiana now, but my student Brianna Thomas. All Stars, you know, Brie. We got to get her.
Her favorite singer. What about
get her over? This is her latest CD. Everybody knows, and we will get her over there when we can travel a little more, Kristen. I promise. I will bring her myself. She's amazing, and
she's amazing, an amazing singer, really. You know Brianna Thomas, Coco?
No.
Wow. You have to send, music, Mary Jo, to Coco.
Yes, send it over. I will gladly play it on my show.
Okay, I will do
check
that.
It out.
We'll do that because, and she needs the exposure right now. You know, who doesn't after COVID, right? Who doesn't need exposure?
I saw that you have a wonderful website called the ArtsPartners of Central Illinois. Now I know that you promote all forms and you facilitate partnerships and programs that empowers and raises awareness to the arts. Tell us about that.
I cannot believe you did your homework.
Yeah, of course.
You really did your homework. Well, since I moved back to Peoria, they've welcomed me with open arms, and right away I've become enmeshed in the community. And they remember me as being a great band director and conductor, and a leader in the arts, of course. And they've come back and they put me on the board of ArtsPartners, which I helped envision back in the 90s. And now I'm president, and it's a wonderful organization. It's a model for all cities. And what it is we are the umbrella organization over all the arts nonprofits underneath.
Yes, I was looking at it. It's quite amazing.
So we went to the city council back in the 90s and asked for funding to support some staff. And then we'd have a board of directors that we could help them exist and thrive and help them spread more art in the community, as well as have the arts be a economic help to our downtown area, to the whole area, Central Illinois. We have many organizations, and we do a couple of projects on our own. We have Ignite Peoria at the big civic center here downtown, where they all can have booths and they do interactive projects, and we have stages going on, and it's all free. And it's just a wonderful day of 4,000 or 5,000 people come to get exposed to the arts and maybe a new group they haven't heard of, or a new, to make a pottery or to paint or to sing. So it's a wonderful thing. And
yes, it's arts in general. We're not talking about only jazz and music here. Yes,
it's arts in general, and I am an arts advocate on all the arts.
Yes.
Just that I know a little bit more about some of the arts than others, but it's a wonderful organization, a great group of people. I moved back here. Peoria is smaller than Chicago and Highland Park, right? We're about 100,000 people here in the center, and with the metro area, about 400,000. And these people they're fabulous. They're sharp. The people on the board are quick. They're hardworking, as anywhere you will get on any board. And it's an honor to serve.
Blee, blee.
Can you tell us about maybe something special for you, New Orleans? Is New Orleans?
Yeah. New Orleans, we will be, our conferences for Jen.
Yeah, and Coco and I will be there.
Yes, Coco too.
Coco, yeah.
We must do dinner, okay? So,
take care, Coco, with wine. Take care.
But I don't know if we can beat the wonderful wine and cheese in Paris. I mean, in France. So actually coming up, we have Dallas conference first.
Yeah.
Dallas is January 5th through 8th, which is called the Renaissance. Sean Jones titled it Renaissance, Witnessing the Rebirth of Live Jazz. So after COVID, we are coming back to be in person. And then, of course, after that, Kristen, we are going to, the next year, 23, going to Orlando. We've not been to Orlando. 24, going to New Orleans. And then you'll be happy to hear we're kind of going to New Orleans kind of every other year then in a right. Because the people really want to come, especially our global members. They want to come to New Orleans.
You have always the same director, yes.
The same president. President changes every 2 years.
Yeah.
And Sean's in his second year. Sean Jones, he has been a fabulous president. You know, our director, our managing head of it, Sharon Birch, says she's been with us from the beginning, but we only hired on as a director 5-6 years ago. She says, you know, every president we have had has been just what we need at that time. And Sean Jones,
meaning new visions.
Yes, and his world-class trumpet player makes him a star right away. He's playing for lead and solo trumpet for Wynton, and he's got a lot of CDs out. But I like to say his heart is as big as his talent. I just heard him do a Downbeat live interview in Chicago a couple of days ago, which will be coming out in a magazine, I'm sure. And he talked about his life growing up, and he talked about how he was honored to serve as president of Gen. And of course, I'm just happy he is doing that. But he is a visionary. He is inspirational. He is, you know, through this, as you know, our country's had such a division in the last several years, and the racial divide and tension and strife has been a lot. And Sean has been there doing panel discussions and talks, and you must get him on your show, on your radio show. You must have Sean. He talks about how we're dealing with racial strife through jazz, how emotional he is. His heart and soul is truly invested in the music and in the organization. And he is simply amazing. And he has helped put together an amazing, this will be our 13th annual conference down in Dallas, Texas at the Hyatt, where we have been before. Would you like to hear some of the people that are going to be performing?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Blee blee. Blee blee. Blee blee. Blee blee.
Are you both familiar with SAGE, SAJE, the women's vocal jazz group? I think they're Grammy nominated. Fabulous. They're going to be the Jeff Hamilton trio, the fabulous bass duo of Victor Wooten and Steve Bailey, of course.
Yeah.
From New Orleans, the Lowdown Brass Band. We always have a military jazz band. Every year we rotate. This year will be the Airmen of Note with Ted Nash. We have the Royal Bopsters, you know, Sheila Jordan.
Oh,
Still at it and singing.
Yes.
Bopsters.
Can you believe that?
Yes.
You know, and
I know this group.
Regina Carter, the wonderful
Hey.
Carter.
I had a lot of students. I was working the Gen booth in Chicago for the Midwest Clinic, and a lot of students are there, and a lot of violinists come up and say, well, do strings play jazz? Can we play jazz? Because I was giving them stickers and pens to promote, you know, Gen. I said, and if you're 18 or under, you can join Gen free. You can be a member of Gen.
Nice.
Free.
That was one of my questions. If you're recruiting people to join the Jazz Education Network, and how you do it, and
well, we do
the constant battle.
Well, it's been a rough couple of years, but
yeah, I can imagine.
Coco, when we were one of the first organizations, professional development organizations, I'll say, to pivot during COVID and go ahead and start doing webinars. We did a survey. What do you need out there? What do you need? And they're saying we need to learn how to teach online. We don't know how to teach online. We need how to do rehearsals. So we started doing webinars right away with member input, and our membership actually went up. And we were scared it would go down because we weren't having an in-person conference.
Ah, cool.
We went up. And then we did a wonderful online conference. And you know what? We have a tiny staff. Sharon Birch, Jesse Nolan, Kelly, Carson, they're just amazing. Lou Fisher. And, you know, we did it in-house. We didn't even...
You did the job. Yeah.
In-house. It was pretty good, wasn't it, Kristen? So we worked so hard on that. So we go to the Midwest Clinic because at this conference in Chicago at Big McCormick Place, where you have to wear your tennis shoes because it's so far apart, they have normally 17, 18, 19,000 people at this from all over the world. This year it was lower, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. And so we recruit there because we want to recruit the novice jazz director who doesn't know how to teach jazz yet. You know, the flutist who's always played in concert band, now she's teaching, and they want her to do a jazz band and she doesn't know how. And I shouldn't say she, because it could be he. And so we've got sessions, you know, for the beginners, we've got sessions for the advanced, and we recruit. We like people to check out our social media, do our Facebook page, Instagram, website is jazzednet.org. We come up, if you're searching jazz organizations, for sure we come up. And you know, we recruit that way and by word of mouth. So, you know, could we use more members? Absolutely, we could use more members. We will probably experience a little less attendance in Dallas with a world pandemic still happening. And we all thought at this time last year that we wouldn't have to worry about this, right? And it's still all this going on. So yes, we go ahead and we just recruit everywhere we can. And
do you have lots of Canadians?
Not enough. Before COVID, we had 44 countries, members of Gen. That means it could be anywhere from 1 to 100 or more. But I don't have those numbers in front of me right now. And a lot of Canadians were active in the former organization. And yes, we have quite a number of them, but not enough. We could certainly use more Canadians.
Mary Jo, you was receiving the Jazz Education Achievement Award by Downbeat magazine. You're famous too, huh?
It's fun. You get these awards and you're like, well, I'm not even doing that much right now. And yes, Downbeat was wonderful to honor me. And I have to show you the latest one, okay, from the Chicago Jazz Festival.
Okay, sure.
I've never had such a beautiful award.
Wow. Woo!
Orbit Davis and the Chicago Jazz Philharmonic.
Holy smokes,
Wow.
yes. Very nice, eh?
Oh,
Woo.
I
Nice
thought it was
glass, yes.
beautiful. Yes.
Glass sculpture.
Yes. For your contribution, for your relentless dedication to jazz education, and for your faith in its power to transform lives. Beautiful.
Wow.
It's beautiful, yes. Félicitations.
Félicitations. Ooh, super.
Merci beaucoup. It is. I'm always humbled by this. And then at Midwest Clinic, I should have pulled it out. I had my picture was on a 40-foot banner, 40-foot banner, and there aren't many women that earn that, or let alone women that are jazz oriented. So I was very humbled, very gracious.
Yeah, you got to like your face when you see yourself on a 40-foot.
And the picture I took was the church where I go was having a photographer, and they were saying, come in for your. So I took in a change of clothes. I took a couple jackets, earrings, glasses, and I said, I need a couple pictures. And you know what? They're good enough. I use them like church pictures.
Everybody's sick. Oh la la la! My God.
No, you okay?
It's okay, but it's winter too.
Yes.
So sorry. During during Christmas, okay, you will take time, or you work even during Christmas.
No, I've got a few holiday gatherings planned that I'm hosting because I have a beautiful place up high on the 21st floor, and it's waiting for you, Kristen and Coco. And I am, other than I'm preparing yet for one more concert, but like today, there's so much going on. I said to my sister, there are 4 things on my calendar, 4 concerts we need to try to go to: a jazz vespers and a choral concert. I mean, there's so much. And I am just so thrilled that live music is coming back and that our musicians are once again not just getting paid, but feeding the soul, right?
I speak with Coco maybe every day.
Oh, great.
Every day I speak with Coco, and we do a lot of work also. We do what we can. Interview, radio shows, and we work for jazz too.
Yes, I like promoting the young up and coming.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we've got to get you. You'll get to know Brianna, and you can promote. She's up and coming too.
Oh boy, she's unbelievable.
She's pretty amazing.
Okay.
Blee, blee. Blee, blee. Blee, blee. Blee, blee.
I wanted to know that you're starting a new job at the Bradley University. What will be your role there?
Oh, she knows everything.
You really know everything. Well, my good friend, Dr. Todd Kelly, who's the jazz person, just became the head of music. And he says, I want you to be on the team. And I said, what do you have open? He said, nothing. So he said, let me create.
He's trying. He wants you in there.
He has got me doing all kind of odd things but meaningful things that are, I can do some. I'm doing a little guest lecturing because I have 37 years of teacher and administrator, and of course my jazz experience. And I'm helping recruit because they're using my name and reputation to bring in. And I know people. And I love working with the young students that are considering. So I'm helping with that. And we're planning music education days and doing more promotion and getting this school is a wonderful university. And we need to get the word out a little bit more. So I'm going to help them do that. So it's part-time, I don't need full-time. I am
yes.
plenty busy as it is.
So they have a nice jazz section.
He's doing very nicely, and he's adding more. He's building a jazz faculty, and they have a jazz festival, and bradley.edu is their website, and doing some fine things there. You know, it's the kind of school, Coco, where everybody knows your name. It's not huge because many of our music students get lost in that, and having the little bit smaller staff.
So it's a family and it's friendly.
Yes, yes.
That's cool. That's
so
nice.
That's been fun and energetic, you know, and it's just a lot of fun. But I'm hoping we'll, you know, people will check out Jazz Education Network because we have a lot to offer. And even if they aren't coming to the conference, we started this. Well, there's a young composers they can enter. There's several things they can enter, but we've started this free chart. So if you are a player or you're a teacher, there's everything from middle school to collegiate to pro to vocal jazz, and you get charts. And you know what? Downloadable charts that are worth the price of your membership. And then we change them up several times. We change them up every 2-3 months that we get new charts. So it is worth it to be a member, and the networking, the communication. But the conferences are the best, right, Kristen?
Oui. Oui. And for us, and even Coco will be new, for sure. Yes. And Coco, yes, she doesn't know jazz conference, but you will see, Coco. You will see.
Okay.
Thank you, Mary Jo.
Amor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Merry Christmas. Enjoy. Stay healthy. Merry Christmas, there.
To say goodbye.
Yes.
Farewell.
Happy holiday.
Happy holiday.
Happy holiday.
Oh, okay. What a joy. Kristen, always great. My love to Philippe. Coco, what a blessing you are to the jazz world. Thank you.
Well, you are too, so, you know.
Okay.
Nice meeting you. Thank you for your time.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Blee, blee.